Okay, we're going to talk about the cost of college. And I did the same thing last year. And what my students told me was they knew that college was going to be a lot, but they didn't realize how much. So the first thing I am going to say is remember on the degree plans that we were talking about, most people take 12 to 15 hours per semester. Engineering classes are harder than your average college classes. Being an engineer is harder and more challenging. And so you often will end up taking more than 4 years. And also, if you're going to have to work during college, you'll probably have to take 4 less than the total number of hours so you can have time to study, and it may take you more. So keep that in mind when you're figuring out the cost that's going to cost you so that you can plan ahead. This is not about saying that anyone can't do college. This is about how much is it going to cost and what are your options so you can pay for it. So I'm going to show you first how to look up college cost at your college. And they've got some better things now. So the first thing is just go up here to this, and I would say cost per hour at UT Austin. I'm going to look up that one. And then this other one I'm going to look up cost per hour at Texas A&M University. 2 common ones you're going to see. So here's the University of Texas, and there's this first thing here, but I want you to go ahead and click on this. And this is going to be different for each college you look at. And here's most of the information you're going to need. And I do want to just talk about what it is. Do make sure that you're looking at information per year. If you're looking at something that's telling you per semester, you're going to need to calculate per year, 2 semesters. First of all, the difference in in-state and out-of-state. If you're looking at a Texas university and you live here in Texas now, you're going to be looking at in-state tuition. So in this case, it would be $10,110. Then room and board, books and supplies, and other expenses. While you're here, you might also want to calculate your chances of going there, look at who's getting in and where you stand compared to them, what you're looking for, and then you can also do these extra little calculators if you want. This page has a lot of information if you're interested in it. Okay, now I'm going to look at A&M. If I look up cost per hour at A&M like I did UT, it gives me this breakdown here, which I can look up undergraduate tuition, and it gives me all this information here on how much, and it varies per department, and it calculates all this stuff up. All the engineerings are 540. I need to multiply out times how many credit hours there are, and this doesn't give me all the other information I'm looking for. This is where you have to do research on the university you want, because if I look up instead cost of living at Texas A&M, and I click on this one, this gives me the information we're looking for. Here's the tuition, and we're going to assume residence because you don't live at home. We're going to end up resident, and then here it tells us all the information we need. My point in this is whatever university you're looking up, you're going to have to do some research. There's not one way to do the research and look it up. You're going to have to actually get in there and do the research for yourself. These numbers are not exact numbers, but they will give you an idea. I also want you to keep in mind that when you fill this out, this does not include any spending money. This is just your basic cost. If you want to go to the movies, you want new clothes, you're going to have your car, you're going to have car insurance, all that stuff is in addition to this cost. So one thing I want you to look at when you come up with this total cost per year is think through what classes can you already take here so that you don't have to take them at A&M or at UT or wherever you're going to go. What classes can you take at ACC instead? How much cheaper would it be to take classes now and get your dual credit, or even doing your AP route and getting the credit for those in advance? All Texas universities have to accept AP credits now, so even in engineering they have to accept AP credits. It's now state law. So there's a lot of ways you can cut down on some of these classes by getting your cost out ahead of time.